you start boxing?
You know, I've been an athlete my whole life. You know what I mean? But I always liked boxing, so I just never knew how to stop playing either football, baseball, basketball. I wasn't really all that good in basketball, but I just liked it. You know, and
he thought he was all that good in basketball though.
When we was younger, I was alright. As I started getting into high school, it was like alright, but Power League, I was alright. I used to had a couple 30-point games in the Power League when we was younger. But I didn't know how to let them sports go. And I went to college, you know, for football from Pleasantville.
Yeah.
Military school, which I did not like, but you know, it was free, so couldn't turn it down. And sophomore year, I got hurt, and I wanted a red shirt because I was gonna basically miss. I think the trainer told me I was gonna miss like 8 weeks, 9 weeks. That's basically the whole season. So I asked for a red shirt. Coach was like, "Nah, I ain't giving you one." I'm like, I don't leave it. He like, "Well, leave then." I was like, "Oh, okay." The next day, I withdrew from all my classes. I guess he thought I was joking.
Yeah.
Withdrew from all my classes. I'm sitting in my dorm room because I booked my flight the exact same day. Like, I'm out of here.
What school you at?
New Mexico Military Institute was at JUCO because I didn't make the clearinghouse for Division I. I wasn't able to go to Division I. And I damn sure wasn't going to Division III because I thought I was better than that. I thought I was Division I talent. He sent the whole team to my dorm room, like trying to get me to stay. I'm like, nah. He basically told me to kiss his behind. Like, I'm not for that. And I left. So I came home and I was trying to get into other schools. And he marked me down as like, you gotta play, I think you gotta play I think 3 games to be considered the year counted. I played 3 quarters, but he marked me down as I played 3 games, so my clock was all messed up. So if I wasn't able to go to another junior college. I would have had to go to Division III or a Division I school with assignment, but I ain't had that much on tape, so I couldn't go to Division I. And then, like I said, I wasn't going to Division III. I think I was going to go to, I had a couple visits to Rowan, but I'm like, I mean, they wanted me bad, but I was like, man, I'm better than Division III. So I just was like, you know what, I'm a box. I always wanted to box. I ain't got nothing to lose. Everybody like, man, you too old to box.
How old were you then?
19, getting ready to turn 20.
Yeah, it is old, right?
They were like, you too old to box. I'm like, man, we'll see. Like, let me find out on my own. My first week in the gym, I'm like, oh, they right. It's too much. I'm done with it. But, you know, I've never been a quitter, so never quit anything I've done. So I just stuck with it. Slowly but surely, I just started getting better amateur fights, winning amateur fights, and here I am now.
You started in Pleasantville, right?
I started at Atlantic City.
Okay.
Had a trainer, and then when I was there, you know, Bill Johnson, Evander's dad, Arnold, Shimon. I think Shimon was like big at the time. You know, I wasn't really getting too much attention. Like, you know, I'm this 19-year-old kid. I think I was like 185. It's like, man, he can't fight light, heavyweight, whatever. So not saying that they looked at me, it was just like either weight. They ain't really. I mean, they had Shimon, who was a professional. I think Kaye was in there at the time coming up. So it was just they just like not saying they ain't believe him. It was just like I ain't really got no time to waste. So you know, it was another trainer in there, Will Hurd. He kind of like started working with me, and then you know what I mean, he pretty much got me. He started me off, got me to where I was at. Yeah. And then Raynard came along, wanted to turn me pro. He seen me one day sparring in the rec. I was in there with no trainer, no nothing, just in there sparring. The Carlos and Antoine. And he came in there and was like, hey, you got a trainer? Like, yeah, I got a trainer. Like, we trying to like apply? Like, man, you good. Like, I mean, so long story short, he ended up reaching out to one of my friends. He passed away, Scott Godfrey. Scotty, he reached out to his dad, James. He was like, yo, you know this kid? But he kept calling me Juice. James knew me as Chop. So he thinking it's 2 different people. So he's like, this kid Juice, man, he good, da-da-da-da-da-da. And somehow him and my dad are friends, James and my dad are friends, and he was speaking. He was like, man, this dude Raynard keeps talking about Juice, and my dad looked at him like, yo, that's my son. He's like, oh, word? Like, yeah, he want to meet him. So he went in his office. I met him formally for the first time. He's like, yo, I think you got what it take. You know, I've been in this game a long time. You know, I've been around a lot of fighters, you know, Virgil Hill, Kevin Watt, etc. And he's like, yo, I think you, if not better than I'm just as good, though, at least talent-wise. I mean, you just gotta put it together. I would like to turn you pro, but I want to train with you for at least 3 months before we get the fight, whatever. But I do want to turn you pro. I don't think you should fight no more amateur fights. I think I had one lined up, so I fought my last amateur fight. Got in the gym with him, trained for 3 months and returned pro. And it was good. Like, he linked me with this manager that I'm still with now, Italian guy, Rich Massini. And I think my first year, I want to say I had 4 or 5 fights my first year.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second year I had, I think 3, then 2. So I was like, actually I was 10-0, like the first year and a half of my career. Got 10 fights pretty quick. And then things started to slow down. A lot of fights started falling through. I think I probably went, I want to say, 14 months without a fight. That right there can be frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we always get calls like, you got a fight coming up. So, I'm preparing myself, training, fight to fall through. Manager coming up, you got a fight. Training, fight to fall through. So I'm putting my body through all this. So eventually I do end up getting a fight. But I'm thinking it's like, it's gonna eventually fall through. So I'm half-assed and not really training. I'm doing just enough to be around the weight and be in somewhat shape. So he calls me, my manager calls me, I want to say like a week and a half for the fight. Like, yeah, you got to do your blood work. I'm like, I'm really fighting. I ain't nowhere near the shape I need to be in. So, I get my blood work. I'm like, probably like $160. A week and a half before the fight.
You gotta get down to 140.
I gotta get down to 147. I'm doing everything I can. I'm running, but I don't want to run too much. I'm like, man, if I run too much, I ain't gonna have no legs in the fight. So I'm taking hot baths, losing the weight, which was a terrible idea because I didn't even end up getting down to the weight. I ended up weighing in at like 150, but the fight still ended up going on. It was in Scranton, Pennsylvania. My first loss. So we in the fight. After the first round, I think I did pretty good. I thought I won the first round. First round was kind of close. His name was guy named was Patrick Boozer from Detroit. So he was going to be rugged.
Mm-hmm.
He had a decent record. So the first round it was cool. It was a good first round. I thought I won. Second round, he started touching me. We come to the corner. He's like, "Yo, how you feeling?" I'm like, "I'm done." Like I gotta knock him out. Like that's the only way I'm winning. And if you look at my record, I got 21 wins, 7 knockouts. I'm not really a knockout puncher. I got 8 knockouts. I'm not really a knockout puncher. So it's like I'm up against it. Like for me to land one punch and knock this dude out is pretty much 9 times out of 10 it ain't gonna happen. But I was trying. I think the 5th round I rocked him. I had him, but I ain't have enough to put him out. I buzzed him. I'm trying everything to get him out of there. Then he made it out the round, so I'm like, that was I go to the corner saying to myself, like, that was it. Ray's still trying to talk me through it. Like, come on, basically doing what a trainer's supposed to do, trying to motivate me. But I was like, done. 6th round come out. I think I was like, I want to say it was like 20 seconds left in the round. I'm losing the round. He's sliding. I didn't take too much punishment, but I'm losing. He's scoring points. And it's like 20 seconds left in the round. I tripped. I was so tired I didn't. I was just hoping that the ref just stopped. Like I didn't even get punched. I ended up tripping over my foot. And I'm so tired I'm on the ground like I do not want to get up. I'm hoping he start counting. And I'm like, man, I'm just going to lay here if he start counting. He's like, no knockdown slip. I'm looking at him like, I do not want to get up. So I get up. I'm saying to myself, like, I was the A-side fighter. Boxing is an A-side and it's a B-side. So a lot of the times the fight is close, so don't look too entertaining. They don't give it to the A-side. So they read in the scorecard, the first judge is like 75 even. I'm saying to myself, like, oh, they really about to try to rob this boy or give me a draw. In my mind, I'm cool with it, but it's like, like 75, 79. I'm saying to myself, like, I knew I lost that fight. So they read the next scorecard. The other judge, like 77, 75. And then the other judge basically had it the way it really was, 79, 73. Because I probably only won 1 or 2 rounds. And they announcing the winners. I ate it because I really knew I lost. But at the same time, I'm a sore loser. I hate losing. I get more. I'm in the locker room, emotional. Rage is like, this is boxing. I told myself from that point, I'm never going to cheat myself again. As far as getting like, you can do a lot of like basketball. If you ain't, you can go out the night before. If you good, you can go in there and drop 30. Boxing, if you cheating, it's going to show. Like you cannot cheat in boxing. And I told myself I was never going to cheat myself again or embarrass myself again in front of all these people. So that pretty much is where, like, as far as taking the game seriously, I got a good relationship with Andre Ward, and he was one of the people that told me, like, yo, you can't cheat this. And, like, take it from me, like, he'll tell you, like, I wasn't the most talented or the fastest or the strongest or the biggest, but, I never cheated the game. I'm married to this. And, he won an Olympic gold medal, unified champion at super middleweight, won the Super 6, and they wrote him off. He was nowhere near to be a favorite in that tournament. He won it because
he beat everybody.
He beat everybody. He bust his chops in the gym and he put the work in, and that's one thing from being around him that I learned. Like, you cannot cheat his game. So from that point on, I pretty much, like, far as conditioning wise and taking it seriously, told myself I was never going to cheat myself again, because that feeling of losing is like, you never want that feeling again. And eventually I ended up getting another loss. He lined me up with a shoebox beat against this kid named Skinder Halili. I think he was from Kosovo. I seen him and was like, oh, this is going to be, easy win. But I trained, like, not saying I trained my butt off for this fight. Like, I didn't cheat myself. I was in great shape. And he was just so, we weighing in. We at the weigh-ins. He's sitting down. He's, like, not moving at all. So he obviously killed himself to make the weight. Yeah. So he's, like, not moving. Like, I'm moving around, talking to everybody. He's just the whole time, he's like, man, I'm not. He probably had the energy to stand up. And, we weigh in, we take pictures, whatever. And then the next day, in a fight, he probably came in the ring like 175. I'm walking the ring. Obviously I'm the A side on this fight. I walk across the ring. I get in the ring and looking across the ring like, yo, is this the same dude we weighed in with yesterday? Like, he's like a buck. He was huge. Like, he looked like a light heavyweight. I probably rehydrated to about 159, 160 from looking at him like, boy, big. But I'm still going to win. First round come out. I dominate the first round, but I'm fighting the wrong fight. Literally fighting the wrong fight. I have no reason I should be even trying to take the fight to this big dude. Yeah. And, I'm tattooing and it's like kind of looking too easy in the first round. Peppering him, boom, boom. Come back to the corner. Not saying that, that they didn't do their job. Like, not the bad mouth Mr. BJ or Arnold. But they like, they might have got a little excited. Like I was getting excited at the first round.
Told you keep it up.
You can stop this dude. They like, yo, do the same thing. Keep it up. So I'm out there. I go back out there, taking it to him. Hitting, I got him up against the ropes. Man, he might have closed his eyes and just swung a hook and boom, rocked me. He knocked me all the way across the ring. But he had his head, he kind of threw the hook that they call Danny, the no-look Philly, the no-look Philly left hook. Yeah. He might have threw one of them. So when I'm bouncing across the ring, he looks up like, oh, I got him. He darts over there. And he starts pouncing on me. I don't know how I stood up from these punches. Still to this day, I am half Puerto Rican and half Mexican, so that might have been part of the reason why I didn't go down. But I'm sitting there, like, even now when I watch that fight, it's like, how didn't I go down or why didn't I take a knee? I'm just literally just getting bombed on. And I somehow make it out the round. you know, they trying to wake me up. You know, I'm in the corner like, really don't know what's going on. Like, they're like, you alright? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, give me some water. So they squirting the water in my mouth. You know what I mean? I thought they could have did a little better job reviving me. I ain't getting no. I'm like, poor. I'm telling them, I'm like, yo. I mean, but they probably in complete shock like I am. Like, I ain't, like, we didn't expect this. The first round was so good. I'm like, yo, pour some water on my head. So they, pour the water on my head, get me back out there. I end up actually bounced back pretty good the third round. I thought I won the third round. I thought I won the fourth round. So now we're in the fifth round, and I'm being aggressive again. Like, pretty much I was aggressive the whole fight, which I shouldn't have been. And we get to exchange, and he hit me with a body shot. Ooh. And I'm like, no, matter of fact, he ended up buzzing me again. I was pretty much buzzed the whole fight after the first knockdown. I never really fully recovered. So we in the mix, and he buzzed me again. So now he's unloading again. And somebody asked me before, like, yo, dude, when you get rocked, do you feel the punches or do it hurt? Like, you so buzzed that you just, I pretty much just like it don't hurt.
Yeah.
You're getting hit. You just know you're getting hit and you can't get out of the way. And he hit me with a body shot. That's like I said, body shots hurt more than head shots. Because somebody was like, the body shot hurt more than head shots. I'm like, man, I was on Queer Street, but when he hit me to the body, that just woke me right up. Like, oh, let me get, like, wake up, you gotta get out the way. So I end up, I'm darting all across the ring trying to get away because my body, he killed me with a body shot or whatever. But it's so early in the round, I end up like kind of turning the tide towards the end of the round, but I end up getting a cut. And we go to the corner in the fifth round, so it's a 6-round fight, the fifth round over. And they got me in the corner. I'm looking across the ring. He's like, in the chair, like, I'm like, oh, I might pull this off. Or whatever. I'm looking across the room like, oh, I might pull this off. And the doctor come in the corner like, nah, we're going to stop the fight. I'm like, what, there's one more round left in the fight.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I'm cut already. You might as well just let me finish it out. He's like, nah, it's too bad. I'm thinking like it's just one cut, you know, and I'm upset about it. So, you know, I go to the announcing the winner. I'm like I said, I'm a sore loser. I get emotional when I lose. So I'm in the locker room crying. You know, and my boys are, you know, my boys are there with me. They trying to console me. I'm an emotional wreck. Yeah, like I ain't, like, I mean, I wasn't supposed to lose. And the trainer that I'm with now, Raul Rivas, I call him Chino. I worked at his gym prior, a couple times to spar prior to that fight, and he went up to one of my friends and was like, yo, he gonna train with me now. He ain't losing no more. And I've been with them for, I want to say 3 years now.
Yeah.
10-0, just coming off the biggest win of my career.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, you know, it was a process. Like when I went with them, we got a lot of good fighters in the gym. Like I said, Tevin Farmer, Jason Sosa. Tevin Farmer's an IBF world champion. Mm-hmm. Jason Sosa won the WBA. He vacated the fight with Lomachenko. Steven Ortiz is a hot prospect. I think Stevie's 9-0. He had an 86-10 amateur record. You know what I mean? We got the kid, Dion Butt. He's 3-0. Was a good amateur. Got a win over Devin Haney in the amateurs. Mm-hmm. Anthony Bergen. So, you know, like the first couple months with them, you know, I'm kind of like the sparring dummy. They peppering me all, you know what I mean? So it wasn't an easy process. And he told me it's a system. Once you get used to my system, you're going to be all right. And slowly but surely, we just, I mean,
so
yeah.
What did he do differently with you?
You know, he made me work on my jab a lot more.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Defensively, you know, he made me make me defensively responsible, a lot more defensively responsible because, you know, I'm athletic and I can get away with certain.
Yeah, you like to fight.
You look at Roy Jones, you know, he dropping his hand, slipping punches. I mean, that's cool and all when you can do it, but when the reflexes is gone, you ain't gonna be able to do it no more. As you see, he started getting knocked out towards the end of his career a lot because he never had the fundamentals. And, you know, with me being athletic and talented, I used to get away with that stuff in Atlantic City. You know, and they never really like enforced it. They would say something, but I was big on myself. Whatever. Like, I mean, y'all ain't gonna. I mean, like, what you gonna do if I don't? I mean, and he's like the trainer I got now. There's no tolerance. Like, I mean, like, he's gonna be fine with or without me. Like, yo, if you ain't gonna listen, like, get the fuck up out my gym. You know what I mean? Like, if you ain't coming to the gym, like, he'll call. Like, if I miss a day, he'll call me like, yo, where was you at today? Like, I ain't had no call. Like, oh, all right, now just let me know. But be like, man, I was asleep. Like, yo, if you ain't gonna come, don't waste my time. Don't even come back no more. You know what I mean? And he enforced that. Like I said, defensively responsible. Worked on my angles a lot better. Like, I never knew really too much about angles when I was working with like I said, Mr. Johnson. And not taking nothing away from Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson been in this game for a long time. His son was a world champion. But, you know, he's up there in age and he can't give it the full commitment. He has really no help. You know what I mean? It's just him every day. You know what I mean? He ain't got no good, like, not saying the good assistance, but no help other than himself. So he's more old school. You know what I mean? And it's a new age now. We new age fighters, it's different. You know what I mean? So, you know, working on my angles and defensively, like I said, defensively responsible and learn how to sit on my punches and everything. And then, you know, I'm getting world class work every sparring session. You know what I mean? So you're only gonna get better. You know what I mean? And like I said, here we are now. You know, I've been with them for 10 fights. I'm 10-0, just coming off the biggest win of my career. And you can see the progression every fight. First fight.
So how'd you get hooked up with that fight? Because you had just fought like 2 months before.
Yeah, I fought a month before.
A month before, yeah.
5 weeks before.
So how'd you get hooked up with the Golden Boy joint?
I trained with Thomas Lamana, Cornflake, the fighter by the name of Cornflake. He's from Millville, and I believe he was offered the fight, but you know, he fights at welterweight. He fights at a couple weight, but he's big, and at the time he said he was like 190, and there was no way. He was like, "There's no way I'm gonna be able to get down and weight to take this fight." He's like, "But you know, we got a fighter now." He preferred me like, "Yeah, you know, we got a fighter in our gym that might be just interested in taking that fight." He was like, "Well, what's his name?" It was like, you know, Anthony Young. They called him Juice. So, I mean, I'm thinking Golden Boy looking at my record like, all right, he got a good record for Saddam. He ain't a puncher. He got 7 knockouts on his record. Oh, this is a perfect, comeback fight for Saddam, like, bro, to rebuild for Saddam. So, you know, he told my manager, Cornflake told my manager, and, I mean, the rest is history.
Yeah.
As far as that fight. And, you know, I felt highly disrespected when the lines started coming out. The boogies had me at 26-1 underdog. It was like, y'all don't even know who I am, and y'all got me at, like, I mean, it ain't.
That's because they seen him fight before they been shooting for him.
Yeah, nah. And then the funny thing is, though, it was an overseas betting site, and they had a picture of Saddam Ali and a picture of Chuck Norris under my name. Like, they had like a picture of Chuck Norris, like, really, like, highly. So, you know, when I went to Vegas, and, you know, getting interviews and all that, I'm not going to let him know how I'm really feeling because I don't want to have him on here like, oh, nah, dude, coming for real. Like, you know what I mean? So I just told him, you know, I kept it real short, sweet. At the end of the day, he's Muslim, so he's my brother. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to badmouth him anyway. I'm not that kind of person. And he's a nice person, so there's no need to badmouth somebody who ain't really, you know what I mean, badmouthing me. But I just kept it short and sweet. Like, you know, I've been through a lot. You know, I lost my dad. I ain't lose him, but, you know, I was like I said, real good at football when I was young, and he got locked up when I was a freshman in high school. And I went to St. Jude's, and I was locked up. So, like, I mean, I went throughout my dad through all my high school years, and it was hard. It wasn't easy. I mean, went through college. You know, I had opportunities to go to the petty school. I turned that down because it was just like, you know, my dad was my main supporter in sports. He would be at all the games, and you know, it was like to go to Trenton, Princeton, New Jersey. None of my family members never came to games when I was at Pleasantville High School, so y'all not coming to Trenton to come watch me play or Princeton or wherever it is in New Jersey.
Right.
So I just was like, I turned that down. But you know, a lot of things would have been different if my dad was here. But I mean, this is what I'm fighting for, though. I got 5 brothers and sisters. But I'm not going to sit there at the press conference and let them know all the pain and suffering I went through because, you know what I mean, I don't want to, like, alert them, but that's why I got so emotional after the fight because y'all don't know what I've been through, like, to get to this point. Like, I've been fighting for
a whole life.
Basically my whole life. You know, my dad's home now. You know what I mean? He repaid his debt to society, and he's home now, and I mean, on a better path, and I'm trying to change so he don't got to, do the things that he used to do for me when I was little to give me a better life. That's why, I got so emotional. I started, to basically cried before my trainer was like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we expected this, but I mean, I wasn't crying about the win. I was crying about what I've been through with my family. And seeing them happy and jumping up and down made me really real emotional. You know what I mean? So I just feel like now it's just like everybody, you know, congratulating me, like, dang, you did it, and I feel the love from my community. You know what I mean? A whole lot. I felt it when I was out there, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know I got a lot of support, but I also know some haters too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But which they motivate me too, like I said. If, you know what I mean? You don't believe in me now, I hope to turn you into a believer. This is not my last fight. You know what I mean? And even if you didn't like me, I'm almost 100% positive they still bet on me, because it was like, all right, if you win, I'm gonna win some money. If you lose, I got to let you know, like, I bet my money on you and you lost, you bum. You know what I mean? So I'm taking all this with me into the ring. It's like, no matter what he did that night, he wasn't gonna beat me. He was gonna literally have to box the night of his life in order to beat me, and he still might not have won. I'm not taking a loss home with me. Like, I came too far. This is the perfect opportunity that I waited for. Like the announcer said it, like, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and that's how I felt.
It was,
but it's like, now everybody's like congratulating me, and I mean, like, I made it. Like, nah, like,
it ain't over yet.
It ain't over yet. I'm just cracking the door. I'm ready to kick it open now. You know what I mean? Like, that all this did was just make me more hungry.
Well, you know what's dope about it though is because, you know, in this area, the people don't generally stick together like that. You know what I mean? So it's with this area being small like it is, and jokers hating on each other, like, everybody seemed like they was rooting for you though.
Yeah,
you know which is good, because, you know, we don't got a lot of that.
Yeah, it's definitely, we come from an area where it's like, this hood, a whole lot of hate. This hood, like 15 minutes away from each other, and they beefing, shooting at each other.
Mm-hmm. I just said everybody was. I talked to, everybody was.
Word. Like, I felt it, and that's what I wanted to do. Like, I mean, uplift the community and try to get back as much as I can.
CJ said they should do a parade.
No, they should.
I think they are. And then, you know, I look at, I made a post before the fight on Instagram, and there was a picture of Nipsey Hussle and Lavanda, and I wanted to dedicate my fight to them, because it was like, you know, regardless if I become a world champion now, I want to be my people's champion. Mm-hmm. And I feel like both of them was a beacon. Like, Nipsey was the people's champion of where he was from, and basically around the world. Mm-hmm. And around here, like, you talk about boxing and world champions, you talk about Lavanda. Mm-hmm. Regardless if he won the world title or not, they're like, yo, Lavanda.
He was the man. Yeah.
He was the man. You know what I mean? He was the people's champion, and that's what I want to be. But like, the ultimate goal is to become a world champion, but I just want to be my people's champion and be able to do whatever I can for my people. Like, as much as, you know what I mean, you know, when you get tired of something and you're like, I want to move. Like, as much as I say that wholeheartedly, like, I don't think I'm ever gonna leave Pleasantville. Like, I love it here. Like,
everybody say that, and like about moving and stuff. Yeah, but
it's home.
Yeah, it's home. It's like, for me, there's no place like home.
Yeah, these niggas get on my nerves sometimes, bro. Like, super, like, bad. But then it's fun to go visit other places, but then you want to come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it's, you know, you might not get the same love somewhere else. You might not be focused. At least here, you know what you get. You know who don't like you. You know who do love you. Like, you know, it's different. You go somewhere else, you got to start all the way over. And now there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's people that left here and did very well for themselves. Yeah. But I hate when people that left here, when they talk about people here, they talk down on us. Like, right. I hate that shit. Like, they be like, oh, y'all just got that small mindset. Like, no, nigga, maybe people is comfortable here. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's the video we did before, and I was sticking up for people that stay
Yeah, I remember, this was even before I started boxing. I used to go to the record lot and play, and I was arguing with one of the kids. No matter of fact, I was boxing, but it was like early in my career, you know, so he's like, he told me, I don't want to say his name, but I mean, he's a good friend of mine now. But he was like, Chop, what you do? What do you do? Like, you box, like, you still here, you still in Pleasantville. Like, I mean, you ain't making, you ain't do nothing. I'm telling him, like, yo, all right, like, you gonna see, because I told him he wasn't gonna go Division 1. Because I told him, like, in order to go Division 1, you gotta really, not saying that he wasn't good, because he was a good basketball player. Mm-hmm. And you gotta really, really make it belong. Like, you don't belong on the court with these people. And I go to your games and you just like an average player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Compared to these dudes that's playing on TV. And he's like, man, you ain't gonna watch. And the next time he see, I think it might have been like a year or and a half later, I seen him, and he pulled me just out like, yo, Chai, I gotta apologize. Like, you was right. And I mean, like, and I told him, like, yo, when you done college, if you ain't got no high paying job at whatever state you in, where you gonna go? You gonna come back home, but there's nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm Pleasantville to the core. Like, I just came from a little thing they had for the middle school, and I was speaking that, and I told them, like, I'm Pleasantville to the core. Like, Pleasantville to the death of me. I mean, everybody was born in Atlantic City. Pleasantville got a hospital, and I love Atlantic City. I feel the same way about Atlantic City, but you know, I'm repping the Ville all day. Yeah. This is where I'm from. And,
man, you was loving with the Hamilton, man. So.
I mean, that was
nah. It was just, yeah.
But it's still the same thing because if you live in this county, that's Atlantic City and Pleasantville. You know what I mean? Like,
you can't say one without the other. I feel like, and
like, it was mad when the boy Cash kept saying Atlanticville, and dudes like, man, ain't no such thing as Atlanticville.
Oh, you talking about Jeff? You talking about Jeff? But Jeff, I never took it to heart. But Jeff be gelling. Once somebody said like all he wanted was somebody to interact with him, and once they interact with him, he got it because even with all that going on, he's texting me like, yo, bro, like we got to like he's DMing me and texting me like, yo, we gotta do a parade for you, bro, like you, that was big. Like they don't know that, but that's behind closed doors. They just thinking like, oh, he was hating. Like anybody that
you know Jeff,
you know him, but he was just jealous.
Speak on the topic with you and Greg. What that situation?
Greg,
sex. Yeah.
I mean, it was.
You think he was looking for a payday?
I mean, I can't say that because. If me and him fight on a local car, we ain't making nothing but $2,000, $3,000. That ain't no money. That ain't no money for me. Like I fight, this is I just fought on the good one. That was my biggest paycheck ever in boxing.
Yeah, but this was like maybe like 5-6 fights before.
Yeah. I mean,
probably more than that.
I mean, but it still was no money. But I felt like I'm at the time. I think I was like 14-2 or.
I think he was like 14.
So I think I was like 14-2, and he was 7-5. I just, no knock on him because anybody that get in that ring and fights is a fighter, like have a chance to win. It was just like for me, I felt like it was gonna do nothing for my career. Like if I beat you, he's 7-5. Juice was supposed to be him, and if I go out there and lose, I take 2 steps back. And honestly speaking, him beating me really does nothing for his career either, because now you 8-5 and you beat, 14-2 dude who ain't really a hot prospect. So I just felt like it was senseless. And then we from the same time, we pretty much grew up together. I played Little League baseball with you, basketball leagues with you. And I just felt like he went to Philly and they was
got in his head.
I ain't gonna say they got in his head, but
before like a couple of dudes talked to him, they said that he would never fight, like he would never try to fight you.
Yeah.
And then that came out.
Yeah, like people like. I honestly think it was a fighter that was in his camp that they wanted me to fight, and they were just honestly putting batteries in his back trying to get him to fight me and gauge how I look against him. Be like, oh, if he go out there and wipe Greg out, oh no, we not taking that fight. But if Greg go out there and give him some work, and Juice still win, oh yeah, that's a good win for such and such. You know what I mean? But I never really. He might have got under my skin one time on Instagram.
Yeah, y'all go back and forth pretty hard.
Yeah, he got under my skin one time, but at the end of the day, it was all love. And I knew I wasn't gonna fight him, so it was just like you pretty much wasting your breath. You know what I mean? But I wish him nothing but the best in his career. I think he's coming off a win, so he stay at it and get tough. But yeah, like I told him then. I got bigger fish to fry. Now I really do have bigger fish to fry.
You can't fight no more than big niggas, man. You can't fight no more than big ass niggas no more.
See, you
Oh
can't fight
yeah,
before?
nah,
Yeah.
them dudes
They would do
that.
like what? It's going to ring 190.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, nah.
That's a setup. But you can be more selective now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You fully call it. I ain't fighting boy, yeah, but
Mhm.
I fight somebody. Yeah.
But then, do you go up in weight when you're not training?
The biggest I go up to is 160. But with it being Ramadan now and I'm fasting, like I don't see myself probably getting no bigger than 158.
Yeah, you got to stay down and wait. That's what I always liked about. I mean, Floyd don't get that big anyway.
Nah, he don't either.
But he trained all the time.
Yeah. It's a job. Like we athletes, but at the end of the day, it's a job. You don't play boxing.
Mm-hmm.
You play basketball, you play football, you play baseball. You don't play boxing. You literally can die in that ring.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean, you got to make sure you're on point. That's why I don't smoke. I mean, you're not gonna catch me at the club popping bottles, none of that. Like all that stuff play a toll. You get in that ring and be like, damn, I shouldn't have had that bottle of Patron last night.
You a vegan now? You a fake vegan?
Nah, I ain't no vegan.
Everybody's vegan.
I mean, you know, with all this stuff, the USDA is putting out in the foods and linked to cancer and all that. I mean, I can see why, but
Because he halal.
I'm gonna live my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna eat what I want to eat, as long as it ain't the swizzle. Oh, you cook that in what? You cook bacon in that same? Oh no, I don't want that. No, we can't have that.
I saw an interview with Bernard. And he said he a vegan now.
I mean, he's older.
No, he look good though.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's older. He's taking care of himself. Like
Even him though, I didn't think I was ever gonna see him lose. And then that last fight, he got knocked out the ring. I was so mad. I was like, oh damn, this nigga got old overnight. No, it's
he was 50 years. He was 51.
Yeah.
He had no business in the ring.
He didn't, but I mean, he looked good for so
Yeah,
long. I was
yeah.
like, he ain't never gonna lose, man. Oh, yeah, my bad. I had to break fast, bro. I was starving.
I mean, I'm like, my mom cooked for me, but I'm like so used to not eating. Like when I'm making weight and all that, like right now, like it's alright. Like I'm gonna eat when I get to the crib and I'm gonna tear some food up, but I ain't stressing because I'm like my body be prepared for it. Like somebody asked me like, it was how was it making weight? Was it hard? I'm like, I always prepare it to be super hard. You know what I mean? Like in your mind, like it's boxing. Like you know you're gonna be thirsty. You know you're gonna be hungry. I watched the interview with Terrence Crawford and he made a lot of sense. Like you know you're gonna be dehydrated. You know you're gonna be hungry. You know you're gonna be thirsty. But this is what we signed up for, so you gotta expect it. You know what I mean? They was like, well, how was it making weight for this fight? Like I anticipated it. Like, I expected it to be very hard. But if you do what you're supposed to do, that was probably the easiest I've ever made weight. No, I ain't gonna say probably. It was the easiest I've ever made weight for a fight. And I came in a pound under. My goal is to always come in at the limit, 147.
Yeah.
And I was in such good shape, and it came off so easy that I made 146.
That's good.
You was ready for that fight.
Yeah. Like I said, nothing he was gonna do that was gonna.
So they said that Eddie Gomez is good though, right? I never seen him.
He's all right. I mean, I ain't gonna say he's a world beater, but
What's that?
he's 22-3. But he was a high at one point. Once upon a time, he was a hot prospect. Like I'm a good boy, had a lot behind him. I think he was like 16-0, 17-0 before he got his first loss. He lost to another undefeated fighter they got on Golden Boy. Rashidi Ali got stopped in the first round. But to me, he's too small. I think he's like 5'6", 5'7". Like after I rehydrate and come in the ring, I'm gonna be 163. And I'm a big body and I'm physical, so it's gonna be like he's gonna have to box the fight of his life in order to beat me that night. But with wins, you just gain so much more confidence. Like if you would have asked me prior to my last fight, can I beat Amir Khan? I'm confident in myself. I'd be like, man, that's a tough fight. Yeah, I think I can win. You ask me now, I know I can beat him. Like, no, he can't beat me.
Mm-hmm.
He is tall though, right?
No, everybody think that. This TV make you look bigger.
No, I seen him. Remember when you took me to the fight?
Yeah, we was in I was in the elevator with him before and stood right next to him. We shoulder to shoulder. I might got him by like a half an inch.
Really?
Yeah.
He look mad tall.
He do look real tall. Like
I gotta look at that. Because I took a picture with him.
yeah.
I thought he was taller than him.
Still up there on the wall?
I took it down when we hung the TV up. I'm about to hang Chalk picture up now. Fuck them niggas.
He's not that tall. A lot of people think he's tall. He's
tall.
Yeah, now a lot of people be thinking these dudes like. You look at my arms, but man, my reach is short. I got a 72-inch reach. I got the same reach Floyd got. I never knew how long my reach. I know I was never in a high profile fight, so my reach wasn't getting measured. They measured my joint, and I'm like curious, people, what is she like 72? I'm gassed. Like I got the same reach as Floyd. I'm about to be out there popping my joint. Now I mean, I'm looking at all these other fighters at 68, 69, 67, 68. And these are the top fighters. Like, oh, okay, like I got something on these dudes. I'm gonna be jabbing the hell out of them when I fight them. I mean, I think American got like a 71. I think I got long arms in American.
That's good. I don't know why.
I look at my arms, my biceps for sure, but I got long forearms.
Yeah.
You got to set that fight up. He said, I'm saying after you went through Golden Boy 3 fighters.
Yeah.
I mean, after you went through them guys.
Nah, I don't even gotta do 3 fights because they work with Golden Boy works hand in hand with matchroom boxing. So after this. I mean, I don't even know if it's going to be Eddie Gomez. I think he's still headlining in the city June 20th if he wins and if he want to turn right back around. If not, I would like to fight him on the Canelo undercard in Vegas. I mean, maybe a co-main event. Obviously,
who Canelo going to fight next? Charlo?
I don't know who he's going to fight next.
Somebody got to beat Canelo. I'm getting sick of him, man. I swear. I mean, he got better, but I'm just.
Why you gonna sick of him? He won it.
I don't like him.
Floyd turned him into what he is now.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
I mean, that's anybody want to blame Canelo for winning, blame Floyd. Floyd schooled him to the point where he went back to the mirror and looked in the mirror like, all right, this shit ain't never happening no more.
That's why I couldn't believe that
they took that fight.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe they took that fight. Like Floyd, like not saying that Floyd wouldn't beat him now or wouldn't have beat him a couple years after that, but Floyd looked at Golden Boy like, y'all really think this, but he's not right. Like, I knew that. Like, as a person, Floyd, that's why Floyd is so smart. Yeah. Floyd looked at him and was like, y'all really think? Floyd was like, y'all really think this boy can beat me? Like, I think at the time he was 21. He fought big fights and had a lot of people, but it's like, this is a whole nother level. I mean, Floyd knew exactly what he was doing. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, of course, you give him credit because he beat an undefeated fighter, but I don't give him that much credit for beating Canelo because I knew he was going to beat him, and he knew he was going to beat him. He laughed in the back of his mind like, these idiots really put him in front of me. This is probably going to be the easiest 150 I made in my career, and it was. He had no business being in the ring with him. That's like me in my 14th fight saying, you know what, who was hot at the time? Tim Bradley. I mean, Tim Bradley would look at me like, I think, okay, sign it up. Like, you know what I mean?
That's one nigga I think anybody can beat. I never liked him.
Tim Bradley. I liked Tim Bradley. Like,
you liked him?
I liked him because he wasn't the most skilled.
Where
he ain't have the flashiness and he ain't have nothing. But you know he gonna come to work.
No, he would come to work, but he used to make me so mad. He would get up on you and then don't do nothing. He just just bully you.
Yeah.
That's who Sean Porter remind me of. But Sean Porter's better than him. But I just be like, yo, this guy will be ferocious, bro. But he didn't even hit that hard.
Nah.
Yeah.
He wasn't a big puncher. But I mean dudes like that I like because I like more than like look at these other fighters, they got all the speed in the world all the time. Like but then they put these dudes in front of him, yeah, he's gonna knock him out. Like don't nobody expect Tim Bradley to beat Lamont Peterson in the fashion that he did. Nobody expects him.
He did. That was dumb.
Dogged him.
Yeah, that was bad. I ain't like that.
I mean, like, you don't expect Tim Bradley to beat, like, you look at it on paper, like, you don't expect him to beat nobody. And for him to have the career that he had was outstanding. That's why I like fighters like that. Like, I respect Sean Porter. Like, he's not the flashes. Like, you're not going to be drooling at the mouth to see him fight, but you know he's going to come to work and it's not going to be an easy night. You're going to have to earn it if you beat him.
Yeah.
I mean, like you could look at like everybody be like, oh, Lomachenko. Yeah, he got all the skills in the world, but when he fought, what's my man named Salido, who ain't got half his skill.
Salido nice though.
He was older, but he had half his skill, half none. He worked.
Salido nice though. That nigga like to He liked to fight though.
Yeah, he liked the bang. And he did exactly what, you know what I mean? Like, all right, if you win, you're going to have to knock me out because I'm going to do everything in my power to make this fight uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, they was like, oh, we'll get a rematch. Nope, no need to fight him.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's a better fighter than me. Why would I fight him again? But back to my fight with Saddam, you know, he was like one of, you know how when you're young and you watching sports and you watch, say, I'm going to use the Sixers for an example. When you're a basketball player, you watch like, how the hell TJ McConnell in the league? Man, I'm better than him. I mean, he was like, I mean, not saying that he's not good. He's a good fighter, but it was like he was always going to like, man, if I got in the ring with him, I could beat him. I know I could beat him, and I got the opportunity to prove it. And I did what I said I was going to do 4 years ago when I first seen him. Like, man, I could beat him. I mean, it's a couple fighters like that I look at like, man, I could beat him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now I'm on the stage where I have the opportunity to do it. So I'm just back my words.
So who else? So you got the WBC belt, right?
The WBC, United States WBC, so which means that belt just put me in the top 10. Sean Porter got the World Championship though, for the WBC. So if he don't fight and I move up in rankings, I'll be like a mandatory for him. Which I like myself in that fight a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know it ain't gonna be easy. But those type fights, like I feel like I get up. Like if we put me in there, like I mean, if you came to a local fight before, it'd be like. He good, but he fought a bum and he ain't look all that great. I mean, I feel like I'm one of them dudes that kind of fights in my competition, but I rise to the occasion. I mean, Birch was telling me, I went to see him, my old football coach. And he was telling me, like, yo, Juice, underdog, man, I better bet the money. I was like, man, he fighting Saddam Ali. He's like, man, one thing I know about this kid, I coached him. He always gonna rise to the occasion. And that's how I feel like. I'm gonna rise to the occasion.
Put somebody in there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. I told Q, I said, Q, you might as well knock him out. I said this around the fifth. Q like, nah. I said, Q. Fifth, he was like, it was tough. Q was scared though.
Yeah, they had you losing.
Q had you, nah, Q had you losing.
You always getting on Q, huh?
Hey man, how your barber gonna have you losing, man?
I know he ain't had me.
He had you lose. I'm telling you. He was like, man, I don't know.
Nah, he had
He said,
you
all
lose.
Chuck got to do is just look good. He might lose if he look good. I say, come on, man, you can't be doing your man like that. He's a barber, man.
I know he ain't had me losing. That's why when I came back, he gave me a cut on the house.
We told him.
He told him.
We told him, yo, listen,
Oh,
we got
man.
that hair chop for free now, bro. He's like, alright. He's like, word. You get old. I'm already old.
You know, he ain't gonna stop till he tear a hammy.
He did, right? Appreciate you, brother. Thanks, son.
Been hurt a billion times.
Yeah, don't forget us when you blow up, man.
Nah.
You know what I mean? We still gotta come here and
Y'all still wanna see me running in here while I'm running.
yeah.